Most of the time, I come out with some controversial remarks recently when he was saying, as far as you know, feeling that his skills is better than Usyk's, and possibly now and in the future. And in some ways, you can definitely look at that and say it's ridiculous that he's even comparing himself to Usyk after what Usyk's done in his career and a long career. Out of all the heavyweights he would compare himself to be compared to Usyk right now, and a guy who just turned 20 years old would be considered ridiculous. But when he's went in there and just stopped the guy that Hergovic went and struggled with recently, a lot of people feel like he has that type of hype because he's showing up and displaying what's supposed to be shown from a top phenom fighter. Somebody who's a future generational talent, future heavyweight champion possibly right now. The guy's so good at this point you can kind of guarantee that he's gonna be a heavyweight champion one day. That's how good he is. But as far as saying the skills is better than Usyk's, that's kind of a stretch because it's not a lot of fighters in the last 20 years that's been able to have a skill set like Usyk, especially from cruiserweight to heavyweight. It's been a lot of guys who have. They have been positioned a certain way. But as far as the elite people who are known for that type, that are considered the best of the best, and it's kind of hard to compare yourself to a guy like that. But Moses Itauma is showing up though. Like I've seen the hype behind him, and I can say right now at this point, it's no reason to say that to question the hype around him. I'll just say that it's better to look at things that way than to say, "Well, we haven't seen it yet." So yeah, that's true. But most guys, you're not going to see it yet. But I will say, I'll probably look at it another way and say, for the reasons why he has the hype, yeah, you can say that he deserves the hype because of the things he's done. Everything has been, surprising, and he's been doing everything electric. So he's definitely doing things we never seen before from a 19, 20-year-old heavyweight. So this is definitely going to be controversial in a lot of ways, especially with Atama basically saying that he's better than most of the guys in the UK who's heavyweights. When you say stuff like that, that's how fans look at it. They'll say, "Oh, so you think you're better than Joshua and Fury right now? And what about Dubois? So you consider yourself better than him too? If you feel like your skills are better than Usyk?" So that's what a lot of people are looking at. But you gotta think, he has about 20 years difference. I think it's like a 20-year difference between him and Usyk. I want to say so. I mean, if you look at it, that he has 20 years to catch up to where Usyk is. So you could definitely say that he's making remarks that's not impossible. From the point where he's at now to where Usyk is now, he has 20 years to get the experience, to get the practice and everything, the knowledge, everything he needs to get to that level. So it's definitely possible. Would I say it's crazy to say right now? Yeah, because if most people would say that, and I've seen some heavyweights who have caused a lot of um I'll just say a lot of heavyweights get questioned even after they show up and do certain things. So for this to go and get questioned, yeah, it's not crazy, but it's also not crazy on his part as well. So I can see on both sides why things are being said the way they are. But most of the time is a very good heavyweight, man. He's gonna show up and show a lot of people that he's here to stay. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.